It's not really a game.
Thank you for always making it possible for us to play the sports we love.
Want to serve students in your community? Sign up to become an official in Massachusetts at highschoolofficials.com.
Hey, this is Jeff Lawrence. Hope you're enjoying all the thrilling hockey action here in WMEX. I just stopped by for a pretzel and a beer, maybe lace up and get a few shots on goal myself. And to let you know that because of the hockey games, the 15 and 10 WMEX Countdown won't be heard Sunday morning, but you will hear it right after the games Sunday night, right here on your home for the greatest hits on ice, WMEX. Hey, Rep, that's slashing. Did you see that?
1510 WMEX Quincy, Boston, and 101.1 FM W266DQ Weymouth.
Welcome to a special presentation of the WMEX Sports Network of High School Varsity Hockey, hosted by the MIAA, live from TD Garden. Today's action is brought to you by the law offices of Patrick J. Foley, the Fowler House Cafe in Quincy, by Taz Jersey Designs, and CF McCarthy's in Canton. Now, here is your WMEX sports team.
Coming to you high above TD Garden Ice. Good morning on a Sunday to one and to all. Your friend Ben Rabinovitz here locked in alongside Rick Moran, Brendan Connelly, and Mark Consiglio. We have quite the docket in front of us this morning, but it is TD Garden Championship Days here in Boston. Good morning, and once again, you are tuned in to the MIAA State Finals. We have 4 games on the docket for you, and in just about 5.5 minutes, Division 4 boys, the number 6 seed Winthrop Vikings will bring their 15-8-0 record to take on the number 5 seed Dedham Marauders, 15-6-2. These two teams no strangers to one another, and it will be a barn burner. Brendan, always a pleasure to have you on the call with us this morning. What are some of the keys to the game as we get underway with warm-ups?
Well, I think for Dedham, it's going to be trying to find a way to neutralize this Winthrop offensive attack, led primarily by guys like Philip Boncourt, who has taken on an entirely different role here in the postseason, just scoring left and right, getting key goals when the team needs them, and he's been the spark plug. He's a captain for a reason, so I think this is going to be one of those games where he's going to have to shine in the other side for Winthrop at least. It's a great matchup, got some history behind it. It's only Winthrop's second ever trip to a state final. For Dedham, first time ever in program history.
That's the way to do it. Rick Moran also joining us, a local connection all the way around. Good morning, Rick. Your insight on these two teams.
Yeah, good morning, Ben. Good morning, Brendan. Great day here at Dedham Marauders and the Winthrop Vikings. Couldn't be a better matchup here to start the day. Both teams have played exceptionally well, peaking at the right time in the playoff series. Dedham has not been scored upon in the playoffs. Really fast team. Winthrop has a very experienced and a very poised team and a skilled team, so it should be just a great, even matchup, and just one of these things where you aspire from the time you put the skates on as a young hockey player in youth hockey, that you could play on the hallowed ice of the Boston Garden, where all the greatest players in the world that just hosted the Four Nations tournament just in the last month, that you as a high school player can play on this ice. It's just got to be beyond belief for these young people today.
Oh, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These two teams have already taken the ice. There's about 3.5 minutes left of warm-ups as we get set to get rocking and rolling. The Winthrop Vikings are going to be I believe they are the away team technically, as the number 6 seed, unless they've switched jersey colors around.
Flipped it around.
They've got their away jerseys on, their white and navy blue with the gold trim on the front of their jerseys. Meanwhile, the Dedham Marauders wearing their maroon and gold with the gold accents and the gold numbers and trim on the front of their jerseys. Now, as far as starting goaltenders, of course, for Winthrop, it's got to be number 31, Stephen Littinger. unless they're going to start the senior goaltender Mike Donahue, who's the captain. I believe that is number 1 down there, matter of fact. Mike Donahue going to get the start here for this team.
And he's had a great postseason as well. Winthrop has platoon goalies, but in the postseason, Donahue's been the guy they've gone to.
And it looks like for the Marauders, it should be senior goaltender captain number 33, Noel Adams.
And apparently Winthrop is the 5 seed.
Indeed they are. So that is the lineup for the goaltenders, and these two teams about 2.5 minutes away. And by the way, folks, thank you so much for choosing WMEX to bring you right here to TD Garden. We are being powered by all kinds of friends. Want to give a huge shout out CF McCarthy's in Canton. Of course, Patrick J. Foley, attorney at law in Quincy. Got to give it up to the Don't Bug Me Mosquito Control Company in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Rogers Jewelry, downtown Quincy. There's no finer. The Fowler House Cafe. No matter what team you're rooting for, the party is always at the Fowler House. Taz Jersey Designs. I don't know if Taz did any of these jerseys, but if he did, man, these are looking pretty sharp. And of course, the Leon Marion Group and Prime Lending with Brian Comer, NMLS 11921. So we are getting warm-ups just about underway here. TD Garden, the lower bowl, filling in quite nicely. Of course, a pre-St. Patrick's Day celebration as they're having the parade in town here today. A lot of folks, I'm sure, transitioning from 1 to 2 right after this one.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody, and what better way to start the Sunday of St. Patrick's Day weekend with a great hockey game here.
I will say, it feels like a few people out there were getting their day started early on the walk over from the wharf.
I believe that, Brendan. I believe that. Never too early to start sometimes on St. Patrick's weekend.
Better believe that, no doubt about it. So, folks, again, this is just 1 of 4 on the docket today. Later on after this one, you'll catch Division I girls, the showdown between the Hingham Harbor women and the Cinderella story of the Bishop Stang Spartans. That is going to set this place on fire.
Well, we already have Hingham here, big WMEX school, but Bishop Stang, incredible journey they've been on the entire postseason. No greater moment than the last one at Gallo Arena in the semifinal, where they scored with 20 seconds left to get to OT, and then Madison Blanchard wins it for them in the overtime session. And they keep that Cinderella run going. Will they be able to knock off the top-ranked team in the country? Have to find out on WMEX.
And keep your seat planted right there, because after that one at 1 o'clock, at least it's scheduled, the D1 Boys Showdown between the St. John's Pioneers and Catholic Memorial Knights. And of course, the final game on our docket this afternoon, one of the biggest going, the Canton Bulldogs will take on the 22-1-1 Bellrica Memorial Indians later on today. Looks like they've put 15 minutes up on the clock. We're going to have our opening ceremony here. And once again, folks, want to say thank you so much for joining us early morning here on a Sunday. If you're looking for the Jeff Lawrence 15 and 10 countdown, by the way, as you heard, Jeff is actually in attendance here today, and I can already see the officials down there trying to tell him you can't rip any shots on net. This is an official state tournament. Jeff, you'll get your opportunity right after the games conclude, somewhere about 5 o'clock, which thankfully is around his normal time anyway. Jeff, thank you very much for being a good guy here at TD Garden. Looks like Winthrop has lined up on their red line. The Marauders have done the same. The opening ceremony getting underway. Again, as we look forward to this, head coach for the Winthrop Vikings, Dale Dunbar, Kevin Gill, his assistant coach, Phil Lundberg, and Mike Norris. They call home rink Larson Arena, and what an arena to call home.
Dale Dunbar played in the NHL back in the 80s. Dear friend of my dear friend Mark Shannon, and Dale has dedicated his entire experience as a professional hockey player to helping groom this team, coach this team, guide this team, show them the skills of hockey, but also the skills of being a good sport and being a good young person in the community.
Well, there's some more to this story here because the last time Winthrop made the title game was 1976. Who do you think was on that team in 1976?
I think it might be a good guess to say Mr. Mike Aruzioni.
Who happens to be an assistant on this team's bench right here in the state final. So we got some added juice for this one.
And you can hear the crowd in full effect. Lots of white, lots of maroon, lots of green. I even see some orange speckled in there. Go figure that one. And of course, for the Marauders, head coach Dan Panichocha and assistant coach Joe Huff, Andy Podolsky, athletic director Steve Traister, principal Jim Forrest, and the equipment manager Bob Crisp, making it happen as you hear the introduction of the opening lineups for these two teams. A true battle for supremacy here as, again, it's the 5th and the 6th seed. The Dedham Marauders and the Vikings have both defied expectations to reach TD Garden, and now there's only one thing left to do for these two teams, and that's for them to decide who's bringing home the hardware.
That is correct, Ben, and it's been a great story for both of these schools. Both have gone on impeccable runs last few years. Winthrop has kind of run into buzzsaws at the very end, usually in the semifinals. This year they get over the hump, they get to TD Garden. Dedham, playing in the Tri-Valley League, very difficult one to compete in, has had its best season in program history, and that's why they're here today.
Lots of seniors for both of these clubs. It's unbelievable how these programs have been able to evolve over the years. Let's be honest, this game's only getting faster and scarier for those that don't have the iron constitution that it takes to play this game, even at the high school varsity level. And listen to that applause for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's a game of great skill and, as you say, great speed, and it's just getting faster and more skillful every season, Ben, whether it's at this level in high school or at the highest level in the National Hockey League. These people are tremendously conditioned athletes, dedicated beyond belief, and this is their reward, getting to play at a great institution that is the Boston Garden.
And of course, just a quick recap. Winthrop advanced to the final after defeating the top-seeded Stoneham team 5-1 in the semifinals, while Dedham secured their spot with a 2-0 victory over a tough Dover Sherborne team.
Winthrop Vikings fans will tell you that was no upset against Stoneham, but that was a pretty stacked Stoneham team that they were able to knock off this year. One of the primary hurdles that they had to get by over the past couple of seasons, this time they do.
Looks like we're just about done with the opening introductions. The Marauders already at their blue line, and the official goaltender has been named. There you go. Mike Donahue and Noel Adams will face off against each other. Folks, we're going to turn it over to the in-house PA for the singing of our national anthem right here on WMEX. There you have it, the singing of our national anthem, albeit a few choruses off, but that's okay.
Well,
they're excited and they're showing it. The two linesmen, the two officials, we got all 4 stripes in the corners. Goaltenders locked in. Noel Adams for the Marauders. Mike Donahue for the Vikings. Vikings will be skating from left to right across your radio dial this morning. And we are going to have this hockey game right here, right now. TD Garden, the absolute mecca of hockey in this country. I love it.
That was a very spirited rendition of our beloved national anthem, and as you could probably hear through the broadcast, many people singing along, many of them young people with their excitement and their exuberance, and as young people have a tendency to do, they go very fast, and they went a little bit ahead of it, but it was very beautiful and very patriotic to hear all these people doing such a great job singing from their heart, and it's a beautiful way to start this tournament here this morning at the one and only Boston Garden.
And the official signals for these teams to meet at center ice upon the 8-spoked B. Pitter patter, let's get at her. It's Division 4 underway, and the Winthrop Vikings are going to take that first faceoff down into Donahue's corner. He'll wrap that one around, picked up by the Marauders. That will be sent right over to number 7, Phil Boncour, the captain of this Vikings squad, or one of, I should say, as they dump that one in far side to be picked up by Dedham and rifled right back in on the far side. Adams will watch this behind his goal line now. Passes it out to the blue line, up to the defenseman, right in front of the half wall. Almost has that pass picked off, wheeled it right around the red line. Trying to get something going. Here comes Winthrop working their way across the far side. Now here comes Joe Pumfret. He's going to put one in, and Adams will make the first stop of the day.
Big save by Adams there. They caught Dedham in a line change. He went in on a semi-breakaway down the left wing and had a very good scoring chance for Winthrop in the first minute of this game.
Face-off will be just to the outside corner of the defensive zone for the Marauders. What an atmosphere first thing in the morning for these games. And the face-off's actually going to be moved back to center ice as the puck came careening out of play. Marauders will take that one. It's going to be picked up by number 21, Stephen Fitzpatrick, the junior forward. That'll bounce right back onto his stick, and he'll take it back in and start again. Tries the give and go pass. Body's bouncing everywhere. You can tell there's plenty of nerves for these students. The biggest stage of their playing careers. That one fired in from the Vikings' right side. That was number 12, Aiden Cervelis, getting a stick on that one. The puck will come around the dasher, still in Dedham defensive territory. Now picked up by Sam McDougall. Junior Ford will rifle that one around. Still playing along the boards here. Nothing really in open ice. Vikings on the attack. Here comes number 15, Jay Fortitas. He'll work it in. He'll lose possession. Picked up by Owen Adams now, number 11 for the Marauders. He'll pick it up and slam on the brakes on the red line. Just try to shuffle that one over. Has a pocket picked. Patrick Stam, the junior forward, can't quite hold on to control. Vikings all over their opponents right now. Fortitas for the Vikings can't handle that one. And now in deep is Brian Dunn, senior captain defenseman out there. On the attack, here comes Dedham, still playing that wall, and it'll come out of the attacking zone. They'll turn and fire it right back in and reset, do it again. Vikings in their own territory, bounce that one off the end wall, and then a nice 1-2 off the boards. Here comes Jay Fatitis again. He'll send that one along the back wall. Adams will set it, and the defenseman for Dedham will take it and walk it over the red line. Here they come on the attack now. Tim Holton, senior forward, number 20. Backhands down to the D, looks to be Nick Marino. Marino has to deal with Helgerson. And now that'll get passed up to Boncour for Winthrop. Has his pocket picked, and now they'll battle along the boards in the attacking zone for Winthrop. Down to the D-line right side, held in by Ferreira. That one all the way back in. Adams watching it, turns, and a nice short side attempt on the wraparound by the Vikings. But Noel Adams shut the door. Still on the attack are the Vikings. That looks like Nate Previty working it in. Noel Adams has to get the glove on it, and he'll get the whistle. 11:49.
Adams, the goalie for Dedham, the stalwart here, has made 3 saves. Winthrop has put tremendous pressure with their forecheck on Dedham, and Dedham has had a difficult challenge getting the puck into the Winthrop zone, and Winthrop is not helping in any way. They're fierce with their forecheck and doing a great job at the start of the game. And Dedham goalie is keeping them in the game.
Face off to the right of Adams, and they will win possession, but right in their face, Nick Romano from the Vikings turns and fires that one through the blue paint. That one will go to the wall. D to D. Nice touch and go pass here by the Vikings. Dom Spinelli, number 6, takes a huge hit in the far corner. No worse for the wear. Pops right back up. Vikings still with possession.
Yeah, Winthrop's out hitting him as well, Ben. Really taking it to him right now.
Big shot off number 3, Luke Gathinji, the assistant captain on the forward line. Noel Adams makes another save right in front there as this puck will come careening all the way down. Icing will be the call at 11:08.
Well, Winthrop just doing what they've done all postseason to this point. Attack, and control the possession. Still haven't yet to get one into the net, however. We'll see if they get one in soon.
Also want to give a shout out while we have the moment to everybody getting ready for the St. Patrick's Day parades all over New England, most notably Scituate, Abington. Got people at all of those locations today. Face-off will be to the left of Noel Adams. Marauders will win this one and work it up the near side. Number 19, Ryan Lofter will take that one. He'll lose possession. One touch off the stick of Tony Bordenaro. And that'll be picked up now by Fatitis. Battling for it at the half wall, right on the red line. Marauders take that one. Looks like Nate Morse sending that one right into the Vikings territory. Only to be batted right back down. 10:40. Clock ticking down here in the first. Dedham working their way out of their own zone. Ryan Lofter just trying to bounce that one anywhere. It goes right back down behind Noel Adams. He'll watch that one as they wheel it near side. Picked up by the Vikings. That's number 2, Joe Pumfret. Getting a great handle on that one. Sails over the head of Aiden Cervellis.
Oh, look out.
And now an opportunity for Brian Dunn. And a beautiful stop. He never got the shot off. But I'll tell you, Mike Donahue was there.
Beautiful poke check by Donahue as the Dedham offensive player cut through the crease.
Bonacore working his way into the attacking zone. He'll leave that one for Spinelli. Spinelli near side, loses possession to Holton for Dedham. Holton on his way in, steps another one, and gets pushed into the near side board. Centering pass, and nobody there for that one. Picked up by Bonacore.
Winthrop defensive court just caught off a little guard there.
And that one will get whistled down. He went to chip it off the wall, but he caught the corner, just barely missed the assistant coach on the bench door right there. Might have got him on the arm, actually.
About a minute ago, we might have had our best scoring chance of the game. However, the captain, Brian Dunn, unable to get the backhand off there. Donahue with a nice poke check to keep this a scoreless game.
First sustained pressure for Dedham against the Winthrop defense, and the goalie, as Brian said and Ben said, made a nice poke check. Good to see Dedham get some offensive spark going.
Face off 9:38, neutral ice, won by the Vikings and rifled, and it'll wrap around the boards. Picked up cleanly by Parker Willard for Dedham in Dedham territory. Winthrop still on the heavy attack. Romano will bounce that one and give chase, and trying to fill in with him is Spinelli. They'll give it up to the Marauders once again. Huge hit in the corner there. That looked to be Luke Gathinji sending a message to Patrick Stam. Dedham spending a lot of time in their own defensive zone right now. That forecheck from Winthrop has been deadly so far, but over the line they come. Here's Sam McDougall. McDougall has 2 working on him. They'll push him right off to the far side corner.
Yeah, he was all by himself on that rush, unfortunately.
Still has the puck in attacking zone. Marauders just trying to work the D now. Backhanded at the blue line, held in nicely, turned and flipped in. That was Stephen Fitzpatrick. And they'll just go and peel off for a change there as the Vikings had their foot on the gas. No stoppage there. Luke Gathinji, number 3 for the Vikings, works his way near side over the blue line, gives up possession. All the way back down now, picked up by Tim Holton. Holton trying to get to Dunn. Dunn was flying, but he couldn't quite make that pass happen. Holton will regroup once again and send that right over to Ben Bogie. He'll work that one in. A fine shot by Brian Dunn, but it goes high, glove side. That one will wrap back around Winthrop territory. Backhands that one, low circle. Number 8 for Winthrop, Bert Klein, finishing his hit right in front of the timekeeper's box. 8 minutes flat left here in the first. Here comes Dedham on the attack center slot. Beautiful block shot. A secondary opportunity by Ryan Lafter, and it went just wide. And that one in and a can of corn picked up by Donahue off of the wrist shot from the right defenseman.
Well, for the first 5 minutes of this game, it felt like Winthrop was just in complete control. Lately, however, Dedham has started to wake up a bit, finding its spark, finding a rhythm itself. We're starting to get some shots on net. Donahue, however, has kept this a scoreless affair.
Face-off will be to the right. Pardon me, to the left of Donahue. Gonna have a false start. They'll wrap it up and do it again. The MIAA has partnered with Chick-fil-A to present these finals today. Right off the face-off, a wrist shot by Owen Adams, sophomore defenseman for Dedham, and of course, right to the catching glove of Donahue.
Yeah, Dedham's starting to assert their offensive skills, as Brendan and Ben had said earlier. This was dominated the first 5 minutes by Winthrop, and Dedham is getting their legs under him now.
Face-off won by the Marauders in attacking zone. Here comes Patrick Stam working his way in out front. Donahue makes the butterfly stop.
And the Winthrop crowd goes crazy. Another highlight save for him. He's had to be everywhere in the last 2 minutes or so.
Well, he's been everything his team has needed him to be to this point. Both goaltenders stand perfect so far, 7:33. And the face-off will be to the left of Donahue. Off the face-off, a shot by the draw. Not too shabby. We saw one of those in sudden death overtime not that long ago in Seattle. Right off the line. Winthrop will take it back, and icing will be the call. Didn't seem like it had enough ground for that, but okay, we're going to roll with it.
Well, I've noticed this happening a lot more at the MIAA level, is that when the puck just gets out to that point in the icing situation, even if it's close, they're going to call it usually.
To the right of Noel Adams. Making sure the particulars are right. Face-off dropped. Won by the Vikings. They'll dump that one right back in. It's going to be Dom Spinelli working his way out front. Shot off the outside of the net. Now Marauders have something going. Over the line he goes. It's Brian Dunn working his way in. Donahue.
Oh, I thought it stuck
through. It was
through.
loose. Donahue thought it was under his pad, but it was not. The Vikings defenseman recover, and a puck into the crowd.
Almost hit somebody. As a fan dives underneath the seat to grab it.
And he's got it, no worse for the wear.
Oh, and he throws it to the kids. Nice gesture.
That's some good sportsmanship right there. What was he doing? He's running up the stairs now. Wrong section, pal.
I think he
just went from 4 to 17.
I think he went down there to go get the puck. He like a sprint, and then he had his moment in the sun. And
right place, right time. This place is starting to pick up. You can feel it, 7 minutes, just a tick underneath here in the opening frame.
For the first time today, a centerman has been thrown out of the face-off.
Face-off and a shot once again. Dedham really been on top of those face-off shots, and Donahue's going to have to stay tight on his game if he's going to be on top of this one.
Another one almost snuck 5-hole right there. He's able to close the pads to keep this scoreless now. 6:55 to go in the first period.
Another face-off to the right of Donahue. Vikings will win that one up. It'll be Githiji. And he'll send that one up and over. Handled by number 11, Paul Ferreira. The defenseman will send that up. Dedham in their own defensive territory. Vikings looking out front. A nice wrist shot squeaks through the blue paint. Noel Adams never has to touch it. 6.5. Now working their way up. Here comes Ryan Lafter. He's going to try to get this over to Brian Dunn. Dunn working down below the goal line. He's got Dylan O'Connell with him. Once again up to Dunn. Working that far board. They'll just keep one touch in this one along the way. Picked up eventually by the Vikings. Near boards in the corner. Now picked up by Bert Klein. Klein just trying to work it through. He will have his pocket picked. It looked like Lafter had that one. Now back for number 24, Julian Larrabee. Freshman forward out there for the Marauders. Larrabee with the speed over the blue line. Can't quite get it past the defenders though. Tony Bordenaro says no to that. Number 12, Aiden Servilis for the Vikings. Will send that one right round the corner. Picked up nicely by the Vikings, and into center ice they go. He'll just dump that one to Bordenaro as he goes for a line change. Vikings will switch them all out. Marauders in their own territory, 5:30 now. One touch, trying to get over the blue line. They do. Here comes Will Zolkowski. Zolkowski can't hold on to possession. That one will come right back at him. Here comes Bonacore. Can't quite get a shot through. Defensively blocked by Parker Willard. Willard will send that one around the goal line, around the dasher. Picked up by Bonacore of the Vikings. D to D now. They'll send that one low and wrap it around the boards again. Down low, Noel Adams watches it on his right. Vikings right at the outside hash marks. Down low, working behind the net. All kinds of pushing and shoving. A 2-on-1. Gets erased. The Marauders defensively right on top of it. And they'll wheel that one near side. It'll wrap around and out. 4:45 in the first. Pick that one up is Servilis. He'll go all the way around his own net. Far side.
Oh!
Big hit. We're going to have a penalty on this one.
Are we?
Maybe
yes,
not.
We are. Are we?
Yes,
Nope.
we are.
Yes, we are. Nope. No.
Oh, just a puck. Okay.
I thought he was
folks,
opening the sin bin for a
They
second.
are getting their pucks out of the sin bin. Okay, that looked like he had his arm in the air there, but
That definitely could have been a penalty. It was a hit well after the puck went out of the arena, and kind of fortunate for them that they did not get a penalty there.
big hit will do that from time to time. Face off to the left to Donahue. That one will squeak right by him. Marauders fighting and jockeying for position. Vikings not giving them anything. Now here with some space and speed, it's Romano. Romano in, puts it wide. Vikings will chip that one forward. Now it's over to Stam. He'll intercept the puck, get some speed, the inside position. Here's Stam trying to work his way through. Nobody home in the center slot. 4:15. Clock continues to tick. Githinji works his way into the attacking zone, has his puck stolen from him. And now they'll send that up to Ma Mahoney, number 16 for the Marauders. They'll chip that one in and go for a change. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first. Vikings from down low. Spinelli, one touches that one out of over center ice. Here comes Phil Bonacore. Number 7, he's been all over the place in this opening draw. Noel Adams will handle that one and fire it off the glass and out. Picked up by Servilis. He'll go D to D and then wrap that one in for an offside.
Well, I don't know what adjustments the Dedham coaching staff made, but they're working, and they did a mid-period here. Winthrop just has not been able to get any clean shots, at least any close shots on net. They've been taking them from long range for the majority of the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, really good spurt for Dedham here in the last 5-6 minutes, and they've taken the skill set to Winthrop. Still a very even, very well played first period. No score.
That puck comes careening off the boards. Official has to duck for it, and thank goodness he did. That was coming right at him. Handled in by Donahue in his own territory. 3:20 clicking down over the attacking line. Trying to make something happen is Nolan Upton, it looks like. He'll get pushed off the puck. Vikings will wrap that one in. Pumfret will send it back around. Noel Adams on his left post. Dedham will take that one outside of their own blue line, being carried by Brian Dunn. Puts on the speed, tries to squeak through. He gets the outside position. Has to deal with Pumfret. He's got layers and layers to deal with. He beat the first 4, couldn't get the next 2. Marauders hold the line, turn and fire, and Donahue has to make a positional stop. And the butterfly.
It was like a knuckleball shot on net. He's able to catch it like a basket catch there.
Winthrop had a little difficulty clearing the puck, and Dedham defenseman makes a nice bid for a score.
Here's the replay. Now it had some movement to it, that puck did.
Whoa, graphic test. Face-off's going to be to the left of Donahue. The Jumbotron having some visual issues at the moment. There we go. Gotta love those color squares. Off that ensuing face-off, picked up by Nikita Rossi, the defenseman for Winthrop. They'll send that one up and handled now by Bert Klein. Klein one-hands it with the speed, gets pushed right off the play though. And the Dedham faithful loved all of that one as it's picked up, delayed offside, can't do anything with it. Once again, here comes Klein. Getting pushed and shoved all around. Very reminiscent of 6-3 out there for the Bruins. Oh, fun memories. We'll talk about that later.
Very, very good analogy.
Recent memories.
Here are the Marauders just trying to make a nice cross-ice pass. 2 minutes left here in the first. That one will not make its intended target, and icing it will be.
Very competitive, very evenly squared first period from Dedham and Winthrop. Really showing great effort on both teams. And as you gentlemen have said, the goalies have both stood tall, especially in the last couple minutes for the Winthrop side.
Might have to see a power play to get our first goal of this one, it feels like.
Face off to the right of Noel Adams, picked up by Winthrop. I feel like the Vikings have won a fair majority of these face-offs so far. Official stats not being taken, unfortunately, on the scoreboard, but we'll do the best we can for you here live. Over the blue line, the Marauders are just trying to work this one. It's Nick Moreno. He'll go D to D. A huge hit by Bonacore plants his opposition. And now here they come again. Working his way over is Romano. Sending that one over to number 7, Bonacore. A big hit there, Marauders. Working their way forward. It's Dunn. Dunn working on the outside corner. He'll drop that one off. Long drive! And a nice stop by Donahue.
Now we got some fisticuffs.
Some pushing and shoving. Now the goaltender is involved. They're going to separate his team. And that's Phil Bonacore, hot under the collar.
Well, he's the captain of this Winthrop Vikings team. And he's not letting anyone push his goalie around.
Great save by Donahue as Dedham crashed the net trying to get a rebound of a Roos puck. They were met by stiff opposition from the defense of Winthrop, and always defend your goal.
And this is only the first. Minute 20 to go. Face off to the left of Donahue. Picked up by the Marauders. He'll rifle that one off down below. Out front into the blue paint. Handled nicely by Nikita Rossi.
Turnover.
Out front again. Donahue makes a point-blank stop. And they'll send that one up and out. 1 minute to go here in the first period. Donahue touched that one behind his net. They'll send that one forward. Trying to connect. They do. Here comes number 16, Mike Helgerson. Can't quite hold that one. Picked up by Rossi. He'll try to send it. Donahue will come all the way out to play that one at the circle on the far side. 40 seconds. Working his way in, it's Joe Pumfret. And that will be a delayed offside. They'll have to clear out. 30 seconds. Marauders just trying to get out of their zone. Near side, over the blue line. Now over into the attacking territory. Donahue will leave that. Backhanded by Thomas Babine for the Vikings. All the way down, 15 seconds. It'll be picked up by Ryan Laughter in Dedham territory. Near side, he'll go D to D. 10 seconds. Sends that one touch style, picked up by Sam McDougall, but he can't do anything with it. Defenseman in his face. And that will do it for the opening frame here on WMEX. We are scoreless in game 1 as the Vikings and the Marauders will head to their locker rooms. Take X.
Timeout. All right. Remember,
we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MIAA and the Massachusetts Secondary Schools Athletic Directors Association.
At CF McCarthy's in Canton, they really know how to do food and fun. If you're looking for classics, try the house burger with the signature sauce as well as the wings that just won't stop. I mean, seriously, chili garlic lime, creamy buffalo, firecracker wings. Don't make me choose. Green runs deep in this town, but don't take my word for it. Here's the crew themselves.
Good luck, Canton Bulldogs, from your friends at CF McCarthy's!
Fine food and proper pints only at CF McCarthy's in Canton.
Imagine walking into a spotless home or office where every corner gleams and the air smells freshly laundered. That's the Shine Bright Maid Service promise. Our team of bonded and insured professionals brings meticulous attention to every nook with services ranging from weekly maintenance to deep cleaning. Whether you're moving in, moving out, or managing post-construction chaos, we tailor our services to meet your needs. Visit shinebrightmaidservice.com or call 508-654-2535 today.
What are you doing out there?
Come on!
I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAA.
And all student athletes in Massachusetts.
Hey folks, over the years, people have consistently said to me, Leon, go to Hull. And here's why. This beautiful seaside community has great beaches, all kinds of entertainment, including a yearly bonfire on the beach, a Christmas stroll, a music porch fest, and art walks, and so much more. So folks, come take a look. You might just find yourself saying, hey, I'm going to Hull. Let's meet for a cup of coffee and find out how we can make your real estate dreams a success.
Let's reimagine your tomorrow together at listingwithleon.com.
C.F. McCarthy's in Canton always has brunch on Saturday and Sunday mornings from 10 to 2 and live music Sunday nights. Fine food and proper pints only at C.F. McCarthy's in Canton. Since opening their doors at C.F. McCarthy's, they've been dedicated to putting their minds and hearts into the process using the finest ingredients and state-of-the-art techniques. The result is a selection of enjoyable, elegant, and authentic craft beers and entrees. But hey, don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself how good they are at C.F. McCarthy's, 614 Washington Street in Canton.
To every referee, umpire, and judge in high school sports, we want to say, we see you.
We see everything you do for us that goes unnoticed.
We see the positive role models that you are.
We see the way you get unfairly criticized just for doing your job.
The truth is, we couldn't play without you.
So thank you for investing your time in us.
Thank you for protecting the integrity of the game, no matter what.
We hope you always know how much we appreciate you.
Because without you, this is just recess. It's not really a game.
Thank you for always making it possible for us to play the sports we love.
Want to serve the students in your community? Sign up to become an official in Massachusetts at highschoolofficials.com.
Today's action is brought to you by Patrick J. Foley Law Office, the Fowler House Cafe, and by Taz Jersey Designs.
Live at you at the TD Garden, you are listening to Division IV Championship Hockey and the Intermission Report. Rick and Brendan, let's get this one broken down. We got 7 minutes to talk about it. What an exciting opening period.
Yeah, I would say so, Ben. For the first 6 minutes, or 5 to 6 minutes or so, it felt like Winthrop was just controlling the tempo, getting all the shots, winning all the face-offs, staying in the offensive zone, creating chances. And then out of somewhere around the 10-minute mark, 9-minute mark, things flipped, and Dedham started finding its rhythm, getting creative, creating offensive chances, typically in the break. And they've been taken off with rushes and getting great chances that way. Donahue stood on his head, however, with 8 saves.
Yeah, you're right. Totally agree, Brendan. Winthrop come out like a house of fire, hitting everything and anything in their way, and totally out-hustling and outworking Dedham. And, they really played well the first 5 minutes. But then, as you said, Brendan, things switched. Dedham got their legs under them, maybe got rid of the butterflies. It's hard to realize these kids are 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and they're in the biggest game of their life, and it would be almost inhuman to not have some nerves here. But as you said, Dedham got their legs under them, really took it to Winthrop. Majority of the second half, the shots, as you said, were 8-6 in favor of Dedham, but they had many, many really high-scoring chances in that period.
Felt like it was 6-0 at one point, and they had just flipped. But here we go. This is what we play the championships for. A scoreless game. Still about 5 minutes to go in this first intermission. It's probably going to be a intense battle to the very end. It is a 5-for-6 matchup after all, right?
I would agree. I expect it to go right down to the wire, and just who knows? I don't want to dare say that word, extra session, but that's a possibility here.
I've been jinxed a few times where somebody has mentioned that. Typically, somebody walking by jokingly in the third period, I think this one's going to double overtime, and then lo and behold, it does.
Yeah, as an official in any sport, you never really want to see that. You like to see it decided, but occasionally it does happen at all levels. So if it happens, we'll deal with it as we always do.
Well said. And of course, we can't not talk about these goaltenders. They are both standing on their heads right now. And pretty soon, actually, in the next period, we're going to hear from Mark about what he's seeing about these goaltenders. But gentlemen, both of them clearly the reason that these teams have punched these tickets. They have been a huge part of both of their team's success, respectively.
Yeah, I would say so. The goaltenders have played huge roles all season long. And Donahue, especially during the playoffs for Winthrop. I was at a game, I think it was the round of 16, where they took on Littleton, and it was a 4-0 shutout. Just a complete domination on both ends of the ice for Winthrop. But Donahue, I think when he pitched that shutout, had about 15, 16 saves, and a couple of them were nice ones. So he's had a great postseason so far. We'll see if Adams is able to match.
You're not going to get here without great goaltending, and you're not going to win this game without great goaltending. And both these players have done yeoman's work so far. They've been the rocks of Gibraltar in this first period at both ends of the ice.
Well said, gentlemen, well said. And don't forget, folks, this is one of many games on the docket so far today. We do hope that you'll stick with us all afternoon and all evening for the rest of these games here today. Again, following this game, the Hingham Harbor women and the Bishop Stang Spartans will show down for the Division I Girls Championship. That's going to be a burner. And let's not forget the D1 boys game. St. John's Pioneers and Catholic Memorial Knights, no strangers to one another by any stretch.
No, that's a Catholic Conference rivalry that goes back years. Catholic Memorial has the record for most appearances in the state title game with 22. So they're seasoned when it comes to this stage.
And let's also not forget the Division II boys game. It'll be the fourth and final game on our docket today. The number 3 Canton Bulldogs, with their 23-1-1 record, will take on the number 1 Billerica Memorial Indians, 22-1-1.
I think that's flipped the other way around.
Well, all right, we'll go with it either way, but both these teams mirror images of each other for the most intense part.
A lot of green.
And we've also heard that this is, of course, Billerica's first ticket to the dance since 1977. That is unbelievable. The championship one in 77.
1 year after Winthrop's last appearance.
Go figure that one, huh? And all of this can be heard on WMEX. If you're listening right now in your car radio heading to and from one of the parades, you're listening to 1510 AM Boston, 101.1 FM Quincy, and online all across New England and the free world at WMEXBoston.com. Gentlemen, we're going to step aside, have a quick word from our sponsors, and when we come back, second period, ready to rock and roll. And of course, want to give a shout out to one of our partners over at Eagle Farms in Milton, Massachusetts.
Step into the world of Eagle Farms, where every plant tells a story and every bite is a fresh delight. Wander through our vibrant nursery, pick the perfect additions for your garden, and treat yourself at our charming deli. Thinking about a garden makeover? Our professional landscaping team is at your service to turn your dreams into reality. Come down to Eagle Farms, where nature meets nurture in your backyard. Let's grow something beautiful together.
At C.F. McCarthy's in Canton, they really know how to have fun. If you're looking for classics, try the house burger with signature sauce, as well as wings that can't be beat. Chili garlic lime, creamy buffalo, firecracker wings. Oh man! C.F. McCarthy's also boasts an extensive draft beer selection and craft cocktails made from scratch using fresh and organic ingredients like the Nitro Espresso Martini or the signature margaritas. C.F. McCarthy's in Canton always has brunch on Saturday and Sunday mornings from 10 to 2 and live music Sunday nights. Fine food and proper pints only at C.F. McCarthy's in Canton.
Are rodents and deer treating your yard like it's a 5-star resort? Say no more. Don't bug me
Academy is here to turn your home into a no-vacancy zone for unwanted guests. From our rodent-proofing magic to deer-despising sprays, we've got an all-natural VIP, very irritating to pests lineup. And hey, why not throw in some kiln-dried firewood delivered right to your door? Because nothing says bug off like a cozy fire. Call Don't Bug Me today and reclaim your kingdom.
What the world needs now, an epic live concert experience honoring the award-winning music of songwriting icon Burt Bacharach. Sing along with superstar Todd Rundgren, Wendy Moten from The Voice, and an all-star ensemble performing Bacharach's biggest hits, led by longtime Bacharach arranger and music director Rob Shirakvari. What the world needs now, April 9th at the Wilbur. Get tickets now at thewilbur.com.
Back here live on WMEX, and the buzzer sounds. It is time. These two teams have returned to the ice, and thank you once again for joining us here on WMEX. Your friend Ben Rabinovitz alongside Brendan Connelly, Rick Moran, and our video and in-house goaltending coach, Mark Consiglio, going to be joining us in the broadcast a little bit later on. And folks, come Wednesday morning, you will be able to view these games in retrospect, of course, as we continue coverage here on 1510 in the hollowed house of TD Garden. High above the ice on the 9th floor, I should say, we are technically looking level at all these championship banners as these two teams get set and ready for action again. Brendan, welcome back. Rick, same for you. Thanks for the breakdown during the intermission. And folks, this is going to be nothing short of exciting. The first period was amazing. No shortage of action there.
Shortage of goals, but yes, there was a lot of great highlights, a lot of great saves, a lot of chances for both teams, both with momentum swings.
And of course, now these two teams, pitter-patter, getting at her. It's 14:50. 10 seconds already ticked away somehow. And the Marauders will open things up, skating from left to right across your radio dial. Vikings in their own territory will backhand that one around. It's Boncourt, who's been all over the ice so far. They'll have a fresh sheet to work with. Picked up by Ben Bogie, senior defenseman. He'll take that one. It'll wrap around behind Noel Adams. Picked up now by Winthrop. Boncourt. One-man army out there. Sidesteps a hit, and the puck just squeaks along the boards. They'll push that one up, and it will be handled cleanly, for a moment at least, by the Vikings. They'll turn and transition the other way. Here they come, walking in is Boncourt, the blocked shot from out front. That one didn't quite make it. Some contact with the goaltender afterwards. Brian Dunn for the Marauders, send that one up and over. Players getting pushed around in front of the benches there, all good there. Walking it in, here's Dunn.
Oh, he knocked it. Is it gonna count?
The net came off, it's Moorings. The official has not signaled goal. They're gonna wash this one out. The Marauders are celebrating, but I don't see the officials agreeing.
Let's see what they're doing here. Are they calling it back?
They are going to call that one back at 13:51. Oh, they're going to talk about it. Hold on now. Referees getting together. The Marauders were celebrating. Brian Dunn looked like he had made it. From our point of view, it looked like it was not a goal. The net was off, but we'll find out in a second here.
He went in on the right wing.
I don't know. I think they're trying to figure out if the puck crossed the line before the net came off. It's Moran. It looked like he crashed into it right at the same time, or about that point.
We'll see what happens here in just a moment. The Marauders celebrated. Everyone's at center ice. Officials are talking this one out in front of the timekeeper's booth. We don't got to go to Toronto for this one. Referee skating to center ice. Looks like he's going to make his way to the bench. And I believe the goal is officially under review. And they waved it away. 13:51. The Marauders thought they were up. We are still tied.
Went in on the right wing. He made a nice bid. Goalie made the stop. He crashed into the goalie, and the puck went in the net. And the officials have determined that his crashing into the goalie on the rebound caused the puck to go in the net. And that's a decision that the officials have to make. In game time, it's not an easy decision. They reviewed it, they discussed it, and they've determined that it was not a good goal because their offensive player crashed into the goalie, gaining him an unfair advantage, not giving the goalie an opportunity to defend himself, therefore no goal.
Of course.
Still a scoreless game here.
Mike Donahue battled hard. Sometimes physics don't work with you, but thank goodness they were with him on this one.
The officials, of course, have to go over to both benches and explain to both coaches the decision.
And of course, the Dedham faithful don't like it. The Winthrop faithful absolutely love it.
I think it was a good call.
Good call, absolutely. I agree with you there. It certainly looked like no goal from here. Well, that's why we let the officials do their jobs. And it looks like we're going to have an additional timeout here. Oh, no, they're just bringing the face-off back inside Viking territory to the right of Donahue.
That was crazy. Dunn's second drive to the net. First time around, he wasn't unable to get the backhander off. This time, he goes careening right into Donahue and the net. Puck crosses the goal line, but it was too late. The net had already come off its moorings.
Play will resume right off the face-off. Dedham gets another wrist shot off, but unfortunately, they're going to redo that draw altogether.
Another draw that's going to be redone. That's about the fourth or fifth so far today.
Face-off, won by the Vikings in their own territory. 13:45 on the clock. Stick that one over the red line. Marauders just trying to get something going here. Picking this one up. Looks like number 7, Boncourt, works his way in from his belly. They score! Dom Spinelli!
How's that for an answer?
That's how you do it. And the Vikings on the board.
Oh, I think that was actually Holgerson, number 16 on that goal.
You are correct. We saw the 6, that was Holgerson, captain forward on this team. Wow, what a goal.
Just a clean shot.
It absolutely was, Brendan. Good eye on that. Those jersey tucks are, I tell you, they're killers.
Beautiful feet across the crease. Nice pass. And he finished it off with a beautiful goal.
Play resumes. The Marauders with some pep in their step, trying to get back on the board in this game. Benmoji, it's run into, and it looks like that's going to be a penalty for the Vikings. Sorry, that's number 19, Ryan Laughter. That just got steamrolled, but he's all good, no worse for the wear. Vikings going to go for interference. And the guilty party heading over. Looks like they're going to argue it.
Challenge.
Number 5, Nick Romano, going to have a 2-minute sit in the bin. First power play of the afternoon. Morning, we're still in the morning.
We certainly are.
Feels like 6 o'clock at night already.
Well, here we go, Dedham, chance for the equalizer right away.
Marauders off the ensuing faceoff, can't win that one. It'll be cleared down the rink, and the Marauders will give chase. Sam McDougall back for that one. Has to get it over to Dunn. Dunn with the wheels over the red line. Near side, working his way in, works all the way around the perimeter. Can't handle that one, it'll be banked off. And now here come the Marauders. They're going to hold that one again. D to D, dropping it down to Laughter. Laughter sends it in, and he's blocked fearlessly by number 16, Mike Holgerson. Scored the goal and blocked the shot.
Doing it all.
Coach Torts would love this guy.
80 seconds left in the power play for Dedham as they look for the equalizer.
In tight, Joe Pumfret giving chase on the penalty kill. The Marauders will backhand this one, and back to play it is Stam. Stam behind Noel Adams. Trying to make something happen. He has Vikings in his face. Still in their own territory. Spinning around the circles to the right of Noel Adams. Number 4, MacDougall over the line. Here he comes. MacDougall, perimeter circle. He works his way around to the left of Donahue. He'll pass it off. Out front, turns, fires, stopped by Donahue. Off the stick of Laughter. D to D, long drive, Donahue right into the breadbasket. 11:44 and 35 seconds left on the power play, and the Marauders throwing everything they can at Donahue.
Everything in the kitchen sink.
Winthrop doing a great job killing the penalty. Dedham had a hard time getting out of their own zone. They didn't get the puck up the offensive zone until 45 seconds into the period.
Well, if you're the Marauders, you've got 35 seconds left on this man advantage. Still have a chance to find the equalizer and take this momentum right back.
Face-off will be to the right of Donahue. And it's won back by the Marauders. Sends out one down low, back to the D line, left side. D to D over to Dunn. Dunn will send that one in deep. Little stutter step, that one will be picked up behind the net and around the dasher it'll be sent. Trying to wheel is Moreno. Left defense. That's Holton. Top of the circle, wrist shot let go, blocked by a stick of a Viking, and with 3 seconds left, they'll send it all the way down to Adams and effectively kill off that penalty. Romano flies out of the bench and right over to the real bench. Right over the blue line, here come the Marauders now, working their way in, and a wrist shot right into the glove or possibly the hand portion of the blocker of Mike Donahue.
Donahue did it again, staying on top of his game, alert at all times, keeping an eye on the puck, and he makes another nice save for Winthrop.
Still 10:55 to go in the second period. Feels like we've been playing for a while here, but there's been a lot of stoppages and a lot of chances, and Winthrop has a 1-0 lead.
Certainly does feel like it's been a hot minute. 10:55 left in the second. 1-0 Winthrop if you're just joining us here. Division 4 state finals here at TD Garden on WMEX. Marauders in their own defensive territory. The referee can't quite get out of the way. Will Zelkowski for the Marauders. He'll have to backtrack. Get that one right back in and down low. Vikings really working that perimeter. Those defensive layers, their triangles are perfect right now. Offside as Zelkowski, the freshman forward, gets caught. Puck's got to go first.
Yes, it does. Again, as you mentioned, well, I mentioned, a lot of stoppages, a lot of offsides.
Yeah, the flow of the game is a little slower than it was in the first period, but still a very, very evenly competitive, fiercely competitive game.
And play resumes underway as Marauders just trying to get some attacks forward moving here as Winthrop done a fantastic job so far on the attack. Here they come, matter of fact, Winthrop pops it up, goalie doesn't see where it is. Adams watching again, the second shot comes from the right side and that one off the stick of Holgerson.
First time, Boncourt, the puck was hanging in the air for what felt like an eternity, and then a stick came out at the last second to knock it to the corner. Holgerson able to get a shot.
Here come the Marauders with speed over the line, right side. Can't make it past the D-man though, 9:45. Here they come again, it's Holgerson. Left side, wrist shot, deflects off the glove and goes just wide. Sidestepping a huge hit there was Julian Larrabee, and he'll peel off for a change. Marauders on the attack. Far side, trying to get it to Dunn, can't get it to sit still. They'll bank that one off, and getting crushed in the corner was number 19, Ryan Laughter. Right back up on his feet, turns and fires, and that one deflects off Donahue. Bounces off the glass and out. He'll fire it right back in. Donahue will get a stick on it behind his net. Winthrop will pick it up. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Giving chase is number 11. That's Owen Adams. Has his pocket picked by Tony Bordenaro. Bordenaro in deep as the Marauders over their own blue line. Fires that one in right into the waiting glove of Donahue.
Another good save by Donahue. Just decides to helped the play come to an end there. Face-off coming to his left.
Winthrop defense doing a good job not letting Dedham get too many interior scoring chances. Most of the shots are coming from the blue line or just inside.
Again, Dedham looking for that equalizer and trying to win its first ever state championship here today at TD Garden.
Off that face-off, Winthrop picks the pocket. Bordenaro trying to get someone loose. Ooh. It looks like that was Vatitis, and he gets pummeled into the boards there, pops right back up. He's resilient, folks. Here comes Cam Keene, number 12 for the Marauders. Keene works his way down low below the goal line, protects the puck well, lifts that one and sends it to Stam. Patrick Stam has his pocket picked. Winthrop on the attack. Here comes Cervellis. Cervellis can't quite get by Phil Araby, but he does. Gets a wrist shot away, blockered by Adams. Sending that one forward now and had almost tripped there. Keene can't hold on to it. Marauders still possession, 7:50 to go. Second period. They'll waffle that one in. Donahue will get a stick on it below the goal line. They'll pick it up near side. Winthrop, one touch, nicely done from Dom Spinelli. Sends that one up to Romano. Near corner, he'll backpack that one up to Spinelli. Spinelli just trying to connect. Romano on the chase.
Winthrop using the forecheck.
Githinji on the attack, holds the blue line. Githinji on the perimeter, working his way down low, below the goal line, goes around the horn. Drops that one off. Picked up by Rick McKenzie. He'll send that one down low. Spinelli waiting for it. He'll rifle that one all the way across. Oh. One touch tip. Spinelli just wide on the stick side. Marauders battling away with it, and they'll just fire it all the way down, just trying to clear it with just a couple of ticks under 7 minutes to go. And we're going to have a icing.
Good sustained pressure by Winthrop there. They kept the puck in the zone. Had many opportunities to shoot the puck at the net, couple tipped wide, and since that goal that they scored, Winthrop's really taken the play to Dedham the last 3-4 minutes.
Vikings are a big forechecking team, and they keep the puck in the offensive zone when they are feeling good.
Face-off will be to the right of Noel Adams. Referees looking for some clarification from the bench.
A little pause here. They're going to switch face-off centers again.
Holgerson bounced, but that's okay. He picks it up. Turns, fires off the shoulder of Noel Adams on that glove side. Marauders will pick that up. No worse for the wear. Picked up by Winthrop. Sent in by Babine. Picked up now by Bogie for the Marauders. Bounces around center ice and away they come. Here comes Keene. Keene with some speed. He'll work the outside perimeter. Inside backhand. Donahue holds on nicely to that one.
That was McDougal with the chance there. Looking for the equalizer for Dedham. Unable
Still
to bury it.
Working in the attacking zone here. Pomfret trying to get rid of it. And it'll go sky high. Picked up cleanly by Boncourt. He'll just wave that one to the ice. Sent in, and that one wide. It'll bounce off the backboard and out. Marauders caught that one at center ice, but they're going to have to hurry because Boncourt wants it. He'll pick it up. He'll squeak that one through the attacking zone, but here we go. Some real rough stuff. And the officials not calling anything. He wants it. Play still on. What is going on? Marauders have the puck. Winthrop stopped. They had the puck stopped. They almost had the breakaway of breakaways, but thankfully Rick McKenzie for Winthrop realized what was happening.
They never blew the whistle.
All the Winthrop players wanted the penalty, and now they're going to shot that one up high into the netting. What a terrifying turn of events that could have been as Dedham continued to play. There was no whistle. Winthrop wanted one. They were convinced they got one. It never came.
And then all of a sudden, rush the other way. I think that was Keene, right, on the break for Dedham?
It sure was.
I mean, unbelievable. No whistle called. Boncourt was livid, just giving the ref all the words he could. And the play just completely stopped on one side of the ice, and then Keene sees the puck, no whistle, goes, all right, skates to the other coast.
As a player, you always have to play for the whistle. You can't assume that you're going to get the call, and I think that's almost a very big mistake by Winthrop. They literally thought they were going to get a call, and as you said, they stopped playing, and Dedham kept playing, and they almost had a great opportunity.
I mean, it looked like a rough play behind the net as Boncourt and Ben Bogey both got tangled up, and for a second it looked like Bogey might have, as he was trying to get his footing, stepped on him.
It was the extracurricular pushes afterwards that the referee was standing right there, hands at his side.
Yeah, it's totally his call whether or not he wants to make the call or not.
And Bogey from his keister with his arms up in the air on the ice saying, where's the call? Play resumes here, 5.5, still a 1-0 lead for the Vikings. They'll turn and pivot that one off the timekeeper's booth, and now trying to make some transition is Githinji. He'll give chase, so will Spinelli. Marauders keep that one going. Spinelli spins right on out in his pursuit of the puck. Can't fault him for that one. Romano over the line, big hit. Holds his line though. The hitter got the worst of that one. That one bounced in. Adams will watch it on his right side. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Working his way over is Larrabee. That one into the waiting glove hand of Mike Donahue.
Looks like Mike Donahue has made a prudent decision to any chance he gets to tie up the game puck for a face-off, he's going to do it. He's not keeping the play alive, not taking any chances. Smart move by the Winthrop goalie.
Folks, you are listening to 1510 AM, Quincy, Boston, 101.1 FM, W266DQ, Quincy and Weymouth, WMEXBoston.com. Off that face-off, Marauders on the attack. Here comes Dylan O'Connell, the junior forward. He'll pitch that one down, D to D, in tight, and I believe that was a pad stop. Donahue just barely got a piece of that one. It was heading for the twine.
Oh, look out, here we go.
Here comes Bordenaro. Bordenaro has help, in tight, turn, and out front, nothing to it.
Yep, he got knocked off, yep.
Whistle down, good eye on that one, Brendan. That was another dangerous looking play against the Marauders. Winthrop, the crowd held their breath. That looked like it was good.
Winthrop broke in on a 3-on-2. Looked like he had a great scoring opportunity, and they looped around the net, and next thing you know, the net is off and scoring. So
just swing and a miss by number 15, Fatitis.
And Charlie Ferrara, I think, had the wraparound attempt, and then the puck just went flying into the
out
corner.
front again, off the post. That one just came barely.
Rocket.
Oh, man.
Great bid there.
Marauders just trying to keep this game alive. That one, long drive. Adams all over his net from left to right, out front again, and Adams makes a point-blank stop.
Did he kick it off there? I think that's the second time.
He very well may have. He did make a kick save toward the puck. Now, if he knocks the net off its moorings while trying to make a save, that's completely fine. It's if it's done purposefully without playing the puck,
right,
which he did not do.
And the Winthrop faithful looking for a delay of game penalty, convinced that it was done deliberately, but I agree with the officials.
It happened consecutively, which is why they think it happened like that, I believe.
Can't argue with that one. Lots of whistles here before the face-off. Referees can't decide which way they want to go.
Another redraw here for probably the 6th or 7th time. Anytime
that's
the
a lot.
center,
That's a lot for a game.
I agree, Brendan. Anytime a centerman's trying to get the jump on the face-off, they have to reface it off. Unfair advantage gained by one or the other.
It's going to be Brian Dunn in against Holgerson on the draw. Holgerson wins it. It's like a young Bergeron out there.
There's Dunn again.
Brian Dunn works his way in, cross ice. Donahue makes the stop. Still on the attack though, here come the Marauders. Larrabee, long drive from the freshman. Now to be picked up, Holton on the far boards. He'll pivot and turn, fire that one all the way down near side. That one goes cross ice and out. 3.5 here in the second. 1-0 game for the Winthrop Vikings. Division IV state champions. On the line, all the bragging rights. Here they come over the line. Once again, it's Pomfret. Pomfret gets that shot in, handled by Adams. Vikings player takes a spill. He's right up, no worse for the wear. 3:10. Still battling. Marauders will come away with that one defensively in their own territory on the attack. Sidesteps one, works his way over the red line, near side. Will send that one down at the 3-minute mark. Donahue will watch that one go. It's picked up by Aiden Servillas. Winthrop has some speed and some space. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Wrist shot nicely saved by Adams. Sent right back in on the centering pass, but thankfully Tim Holton for Dedham was there. Winthrop on the attack again. Over the center ice line, blue line, claps that one. Gathinji in deep. Marauders pick his pocket. On the top of the circle, a slap shot. That one goes just wide to Adams' right. Wheels around the boards. Winthrop still on the attack. Holton watches this one. He'll send that one over the blue line, and the Vikings will have to reset. Just to take over 2 minutes left here in the second period, 1-0. And that puck into the bench. They'll reset and we'll do it again.
Winthrop had a great scoring opportunity there. They break in on the right wing. Had a 2-on-1. The left winger was open and he chose to shoot, and a right pad save. Great pad save by Adams, the goalie for Dedham.
Again, both of these schools are chasing history today. Winthrop searching for its first title since 1976. 49 years ago.
Face off to the left of Noel Adams. Picked up rather cleanly, but a pocket picked, and that one right over the shoulder as that shot goes screaming in on Noel Adams. Another long drive. That one will bounce to the far side corner and up to the blue line. Vikings will try to hold it in front of their bench, minute 50. Here they come as Ben Bogie. He'll handle that one. Sends that one forward into the attacking zone. Donahue will watch it on his left side. They'll follow the perimeter of the board. Airmails that one. Can't pick it up cleanly, but eventually it does find its way to Jay Fatitas. Marauders will pick that, and up they go over the blue line. Can't hold on to possession, though. Both these teams definitely starting to feel it at this point. Nerves are gone. Adrenaline in full effect. Vikings send that one down the length of the river. Minute 10. And the Marauders just try to slow down the pace here. Ben Bogie will send that one right into a waiting Vikings hand. Now it's up to Romano. They're going to call that offside.
Or offside.
Just a touch over the line, it looked like.
No, I think it's an icing.
Yeah, it's an icing.
Oh, it is. Wow.
It's an icing. The puck was
I thought he had
in.
the line for sure.
Puck was shut in just past the red line.
Well, good chance here for Dedham. They're able to score, get some momentum. They'll have a chance going into that final period, you think.
Crowd on their feet with the Dedham Marauders. 1 minute to go in the second period. And the Vikings are going to have Spinelli chased out of the circle again. Picked up by the Vikings, 1 minute to go. They'll airmail that one up to center ice. Picking the pocket, here comes Spinelli. Working his way in, Spinelli in on Adams, and he makes the stop on the wrist shot out front. Look at that.
Broke in on the right wing, had some people going towards the net. Tried the short side, and a nice save by Adams, the goalie from Dedham, who's playing very well the last 4 or 5 minutes for Dedham, keeping them in the game.
Yeah, the Vikings have really turned up the tempo in the last handful of minutes here. Similar to the first period, opening 5 minutes.
Off that face-off, Marauders win it. Going to be handled by Dunn. Dunn just trying to get out of the zone. Will not do it cleanly. Here they come again. It's Cervelis. Sends it in. Up high over the glove side of Noel Adams. Nothing worse for the wear. 30 seconds as they battle below the goal line. Marauders backhand that one. Try to get it up again. And that one will be picked up in their own defensive territory. Nice 1-2 around the defense. And now here they come again. It's Brian Dunn. He gets erased by Aiden Cervelis. With 13 seconds to go, that one will just bounce around center ice. Nick Moreno, number 3, has that one bounce off his stick and into the bench.
Another great hit by Winthrop down the right boards as they attempt to break in on the wing, and the defenseman from Winthrop with a crunching, clean, hard hit to end the play.
Dunn trying to make that same play he's done a few times where he skates up the wing to the net for a shot. Not happening that time, though.
Well, that was a great defensive play. Old-time hockey.
Off that draw, Marauders working their way in. He gets taken down, and there's a penalty call coming. It looks like it's going to be against Cervelis for the trip as time expires.
With 1 second left in the period, Dedham is able to draw a penalty near the face-off circle with a trip, and they will have the power play to start the third period trying to tie this game.
Unbelievably so, gentlemen, and We're going to be right back right after a word from our partners. We'll have the third period coming at you, second period intermission, right here on 1510 WMEX.
1510 WMEX Quincy, Boston, and 101.1 FM W266DQ Weymouth.
Imagine walking into a spotless home or office where every corner gleams and the air smells freshly laundered. That's the Shine Bright Maid Service promise. Our team of bonded and insured professionals brings meticulous attention to every nook with services ranging from weekly maintenance to deep cleaning. Whether you're moving in, moving out, or managing post-construction chaos, we tailor our services to meet your needs. Visit shinebrightmaidservice.com or call 508-654-2535 today.
To every referee, umpire, and judge in high school sports, we want to say, we see you.
We see everything you do for us that goes unnoticed.
We see the positive role models that you are.
We see the way you get unfairly criticized just for doing your job.
The truth is, we couldn't play without you.
So thank you for investing your time in us.
Thank you for protecting the integrity of the game, no matter what.
We hope you always know how much we appreciate you.
Because without you, this is just recess. It's not really a game.
Thank you for always making it possible for us to play the sports we love.
Want to serve the students in your community? Sign up to become an official in Massachusetts at highschoolofficials.com.
Hey folks, over the years, people have consistently said to me, Leon, go to Hull. And here's why. This beautiful seaside community has great beaches, all kinds of entertainment, including a yearly bonfire on the beach, a Christmas stroll, a music porch fest, and art walks, and so much more. So folks, come take a look. You might just find yourself saying, hey, I'm going to Hull. Let's meet for a cup of coffee and find out how we can make your real estate dreams a success.
Let's reimagine your tomorrow together at listingwithleon.com.
At CF McCarthy's in Canton, they really know how to do food and fun. If you're looking for classics, try the house burger with the signature sauce as well as the wings that just won't stop. I mean, seriously, chili garlic lime, creamy buffalo, firecracker wings. Don't make me choose. Green runs deep in this town, but don't take my word for it. Here's the crew themselves.
Good luck, King Bulldogs, for your friends at CF McCarthy's!
Fine food and proper pints only at CF McCarthy's in Canton.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MIAA and the Massachusetts Secondary Schools Athletic Directors Association.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Slide into a cozy corner at the Fowler House Cafe here in Quincy. Picture this. You're digging into a plate of our signature creamy pasta, garlic bread on the side, soaking up the laid-back vibes. And hey, why not top it off with one of our hand-mixed cocktails? It's the perfect chill-out combo. At Fowler House, it's not just a meal, it's an escape. Right in the neighborhood. Drop by today and make yourself at home. Check us out online at FowlerHouseCafe.com.
What the world needs now. An epic live concert experience honoring the award-winning music of songwriting icon Burt Bacharach. Sing along with superstar Todd Rundgren, Wendy Moten from The Voice, and an all-star ensemble performing Bacharach's biggest hits, led by longtime Bacharach arranger and music director Rob Shirakvari. What the world needs now. April 9th at the Wilbur. Get tickets now at thewilbur.com.
What are you doing out there? Come on!
I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAA.
And all student athletes in Massachusetts.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
If buying your house has turned out to be the second happiest day of your life, selling it may be the first. John Sawyer of Alexity here. Let's talk. 800-806-3212, extension 131, or visit my website, john-sawyer.realtor. Remember, wherever you go in life, make it a nice day.
1510 forecast.
Here's your updated WMEX forecast. Daytime highs approaching 65 with fog in spots early today under overcast skies. Winds out of the south 10 to 15 miles per hour. Rain likely with fog in spots tonight. Lows level off around 52. Overcast skies. Cloudy skies and foggy early tomorrow. Rain likely. Highs level off around 58. I'm staff meteorologist Paul Trombley. Currently 54.
Live here at TD Garden. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are 5 minutes away from the exciting conclusion of this one. Rick Moran and Brendan Connelly going to break down the second period for us.
Yeah, Ben, that was a crazy second period. It was a little slow to, well, I shouldn't say it was slow to start. It was crazy at the first minute or so as Brian Dunn for Dedham did what he was doing all game. He was skating up the wing. Looks like he tried to get a shot on it, but then he gets tripped up, goes careening into Donahue. Winthrop's goaltender takes out the entire net in the process. Puck skitters across the goal line, and the Marauders think they've scored a goal to take a 1-0 lead. However, 30 seconds later, after a long discussion, the refs go back to the benches, wave it off. Remains a scoreless game for another 20 seconds or so, and that's when Winthrop strikes on a goal from Mikey Holgerson to take a 1-0 lead, where it stands now. But as you know, there was a lot more going on.
Yeah, as Winthrop rebounded after that almost score by Dedham, and I think it was a good call by the officials because of the traffic in front of the net and the pushing, and it careened in after the net became dislodged. So Winthrop responded almost immediately within like 25 or 30 seconds and scored a goal. And then after that, Brendan, it gave them great momentum and they dominated that period, had many more scoring chances, and the Dedham goalie Adams has played really, really well since giving up that one goal.
Yeah, he's been standing on his head too, Adams has. And a couple of key saves, and especially in the last 5 minutes of that second period there, is able to keep this a 1-0 contest. Looked like for a second that when the net came off its moorings, the fans were booing. They thought he did it intentionally. I don't think he did. I think he was trying to make a save. He did, and it stays this way.
Great game, 1-0 game, still anybody's game, entering the third and final period. Two very evenly matched teams, and these teams don't get here without great effort and great heart and great youth programs in both communities, Dedham and Winthrop. And I know the coach at Winthrop, Dale Dunham, played professional hockey, including the National Hockey League, and has had great assistance with, as you said, Brendan, earlier, the one and only Mike Ruzioni, but goes back even further than that. Generational tradition in Winthrop to give back. A gentleman in his 80s, we want to give him an acknowledgement and a shout out. Howie Conley, for all he has done. Howie Conley, for all he has done with the community of Winthrop. He actually was inspiration in none other than Mike Ruzioni as a very young hockey player back in the day. And I was given that information by my dear friend, who's a dear friend of Howie's, and my friend's name is Mark Shannon. And it's just an example. Mark's sons played hockey, football, and baseball at Winthrop, and they are now coaching baseball at Winthrop. So again, the community itself is so well represented, and these kids do not get on the garden ice without community support and involvement and dedication and giving back like that. So shout out to everybody in both communities.
I will say, Winthrop fans have a short ride back. Maybe Dunbar and Eruzione and the whole team will bring the trophy back over the bridge to Winthrop. Just a nice walkover. Who knows? It's that close.
Still have one period left. It's still anybody's game, and you're right. If we had a boat, Brennan, it would be even a quicker trip.
It would be even quicker if we had a boat. We'll see, though. I don't know. The high school is a little bit at the end of the peninsula, so maybe that's too long of a walk.
Yes, I've been there, yeah. Very good.
It'll be history, however, for one of these two schools once the third period begins.
And, of course, about a minute and a half away from it, the officials back on the ice. The ice itself looking particularly nice. Too bad it won't be seeing too much use in the NHL playoffs this season. Not writing it off the team, obviously, but the way things have been, it is what it is. And we're going to celebrate the champions that are on this ice today.
Yes, we are. I mean, hey, Bruins have won 2 out of 3, right? Despite that rough loss to Ottawa the other night. Enough of that for now, though, however. It's back to the high school kids.
That it is. Gentlemen, let's talk about these goaltenders here. We've been talking about them all day, but man, they really are proving the difference in this one.
Yes, they have. Adams has done very well for Dedham, withstanding most of these rushes, except for that 20-second burst in that second period to start. I mean, he's really been the MVP, I think, for the Marauders. And then on the other side, Donahue playing pretty well himself. Hasn't had as many chances in that second period to face, but he still came up with every clutch save when he had to. He's vying for another shutout here in the postseason. It wouldn't be his first.
Yeah, both goalies doing a great job keeping their teams in it. And, third period, 1-0 game right now with Winthrop leading. So both goalies will continue to do their job. And it's going to be quite a third period here down the stretch.
Winthrop will be returning to the original spot, skating from left to right across your radio dial this morning. Game-winning time, period 3. Getting set and ready to roll here at TD Garden, home of the Boston Bruins, and one of the original 6 franchises here. Folks, you could not ask for a better spot for these games.
Ben, I do have to point out, we are going to have that penalty. After all that discussion, it has been added to the board. So that tripping penalty at the tail end of the second period by Winthrop will give Dedham a chance for the equalizer here. Good chance.
They'll have a lot of chances in front of them, but we shall see how this one will shake out. 15 minutes up on the clock. Getting ready for this one. My goodness, my gracious. And of course, most St. Patrick's Day parades stepping off. If you happen to be listening to us during that parade, thank you very much. You are the real good guy, good gal, and good person of WMEX land.
2-minute penalty on Winthrop, so Dedham starts the third period with a power play. As Brendan said, excellent opportunity for them for the equalizer here as the third period gets ready to get underway.
And you can hear the crowd, make no mistake about it. They are ready to celebrate. Third period underway, and the Marauders send it right into the attacking zone, trying to get something right away. Held nicely on the blue line, wrist shot. That one off the stick of Sam McDougall. Sends all the way in, and it'll be paired right back to center ice, trying to make something happen here. That is Michael Doyle, number 5. Sorry, that is number 6. Brian Dunn with the speed, drops it off. Nice one-hand touch there. Mahoney will leave that one off. Dunn, perimeter. He'll work it right around the circle. Sidesteps, does plenty of dancing. Doesn't do him any good, though, as that one is sent right down to Vikings, trying to kill off the second penalty kill of the game for them. Marauders in their own territory. Center ice sends that one forward. Can't quite get it. The Vikings can't fire it out, though. Marauders will send it right back in. McDougall, the Scottish lineage, out there on the ice on St. Patrick's Day. As they battle below the goal line, Donahue watching it on his left post, now his right post. He'll go back to the left post. That one careens off the boards. Picked up now by Gathinji. Far side perimeter, down below the goal line. Works his way all the way around. Gathinji almost has himself taken down, but he sidesteps that hit nicely. Here comes Dunn. Over the line, has his pocket picked by Holgerson. And then plants another one to the Marauders. But no, the officials didn't agree.
Penalty coming up on Dedham, their first penalty of the day with 20 seconds left in the power play for Dedham. It'll be all even for a short period of time, and then Winthrop will go on the power play.
Lower bowl area almost completely filled in here at TD Garden. It's only game one. Again, folks, if you're tuning in a little early, you're just in time for the fireworks of this one. And of course, the next game on the docket, the Harbor Women and Bishop Stang, set for Girls Division I after the conclusion of this one. 13-19 to go, 1-0 Winthrop.
4-on-4 hockey here for 20 seconds.
That one waffled up, and Marauders try to make something happen. Working his way over the line, it's Holton. Holton forced by Holgerson. Into the boards. Picked up now by Pumfret. Pumfret gets taken out. Marauder fans love that one. Point-blank shot! And that one couldn't be finished. Cam Keene, the junior, had an opportunity of golden order, and he just couldn't do it.
And now Winthrop is on the power play.
An abbreviated one, but 1:25 on the board as Sam McDougall, we were just talking about him, will serve the penalty. Down below the goal line, out front. Adams watches that one. No shot ever makes it through. 12:30 on the clock. 1:10 in the power play. Vikings pushing on the perimeter. He's got Tim Holton stapling him to the wall. Holton taken down, no call there. Marauders with possession, just trying to get it up and out they will. Cam Keene will send that one down. Vikings will reset. Lightly pass that one in front of the timekeeper's booth. And they'll just pass that one right back to the Marauders. Ryan Laughter sends it back. Under 12 minutes in the third period, 1-0 still. Here come the Marauders. Sending that one in deep. They got 30 more seconds to kill. Backhanding that one around the boards is Paul Ferreira for Winthrop. Miniature collision in front of the bench there for the Vikings. That was on purpose. Boncourt, right side, works his way in top of the circle. Bounces that one below the goal line. Picked up by Pomfret. Tries to get the backhand no-look pass. That one, no dice. Marauders will pick it up again. Laughter sends it cross ice. Picked up cleanly by Ferreira. Ferreira sends a shot. It's blocked out front. Dipsy Doodles on the backhand spinorama. That one goes just wide. Out front again, and the Marauders will clear it. Penalty is up. We are back to full strength, and that will be icing.
Nice job killing the penalty by Dedham. They did a really good job keeping the puck in Winthrop's end, and Winthrop really couldn't get anything going for the entire penalty.
A couple of chances for Boncourt, but he's unable to get the clean shot off when the puck went through the crease twice. And that was basically about it for both teams on that man advantage.
Face off to the left of Noel Adams, senior goaltender. Giving chase off the draw, Owen Adams. Owen Adams will watch this one below the goal line. He'll send that one up trying to hit Stam. Can't hit him, and that will go all the way down the river for another icing. 10:49.
Still a 1-0 nail biter here, and we've had no shortage of those over the past couple of years we've been doing these, Ben.
Seems like the only games that make it to TD Garden are the ones that more than deserve it, Brendan, and that's what tradition's all about. Face-off's going to be to the left of Adams in the Marauder territory.
Winthrop trying to put some new players on the ice, and the official waves them back off because we're getting ready to restart the play.
That was icing also. High school rules, you can still change them up, but another one gets chased. That's Spinale. In is Gathinji. Gathinji will lose the draw. Picked up now by Romano along the far side boards. Has to dig it out now is Spinelli. That one out front to Stam. Stam will send that one forward, and he'll flip it in 10.5. Down low below the goal line, Donahue watching it on his left post. 4 men battling that one out. Picked up now by Spinelli. Far side. Tries to get something happening, blows a tire unfortunately. But he's recovered defensively nicely as Babine. And they'll reset for the offside. Marauders. Nice juke and jive. 10 minutes to go here in the third. Marauders still down by 1. Turns and fires does Holgerson. He'll get that one up and out.
Here we go.
Here comes Winthrop. It's Pumphrey in, and he's stopped, but he's taken down. No call.
I think the ref said he checked him, didn't trip him.
That's what it's all about. Clean play. And now with another opportunity, it's Bonkor. Holgerson down low. Nice step around. Marauders handle that one cleanly. Bonkor again. Rifles that one around. And be picked up on the near side boards. Down to the D-land. That one picked up to Holgerson below the goal line. Far side, turns and fires. Trying to get it over to Bonkor. Bonkor turns, backhand. It's still loose. Referee calls the play dead.
Puck was still loose on the side of the net. Another chance at it, but the refs had already blown it, as you mentioned, Ben, and play just carried on afterward.
Don't really understand why the puck was blown dead. We could see from up here on the 9th floor that the play was still alive. I'm not sure what happened. So,
as we all know, the referee's doing the best they can, and it's a lot easier to call it from the 9th than it is from the ground.
Agreed.
We respect our refs here. That's what we got to give them the love. Speaking of which, that face-off now to the right of Noel Adams. He's had a lot of those in his zone today. 9:15 to go. Down by 1. Marauders on the attack. Pockets picked. Ferreira turns. Winthrop will give up possession once again. They'll just dump that one back. To pick it up is Rick McKenzie for Winthrop. Marauders again. Both these teams so good at intercepting passes. It's been back and forth. And Dunn trying to make his way through. Can't quite squeak it. Down low now. They're in the near side corner. Dunn just trying to make it happen. Winthrop will take that one and fire it. Ferreira, center ice. Delayed offside by a mile, unfortunately, for Tim Holton. He thought he had the mother of all lanes, but he had an offside.
Yes, he certainly did. Winthrop doing a great job protecting this 1-goal lead. 8.5 minutes left in the third period. And when you're down in a game like this, you don't want to look at the clock, but it's human nature to press a little more as the clock winds down.
8.5 Vikings. Bounce that face-off win off the boards. Marauders will fire it in. Donahue will slow that one down on its way by. Cervellis has his pocket picked. Some fine juking and jiving all the way around town. Cam Keene putting on a show for the fans. Unfortunately, the end resulted in Winthrop possession. Bert Klein out there now giving chase is Spinelli. Spinelli will send it up to Cervellis. Cervellis tries the one-hop bunny hop. That one back over the blue line. Delayed offside. Clear as the Marauders pick it up again. Here comes Keene. Can't handle it cleanly. Back to the Marauder D. Over the blue line again. Long drive in and out of the top of the glove of Donahue. Far side now picked up again by Holton. Holton can't quite get it around the defender, nor can he hold the blue line. Ben Bogie. They'll go back and regroup. Over the left side. Tries a snapshot. That one backhanded in. And it looked like Dunn got a backhand attempt on it, but it ends up in the hands of Phil Bonkor. Bonkor trying to get through the defender. He does, but the puck doesn't come with him. 7-10. Lets that one loose and down behind Adams' goal line. He'll watch it. Still behind the goal line. D to D. Working their way forward. Right to the waiting player in white. Under 7 minutes to go in a 1-0 game. Over the red line. The Marauders almost look a little gassed here. Ben Bogie will get that one up to Doyle. Doyle sends that one over to Holton. Holton over the blue line, stops, pumps the shot. That one may have skimmed off the blocker on the outside of the net. Panned around the boards. Near side, that one. Gethinji gets a stick on it. He'll hand right to the bench, and Winthrop will get a wholesale change on their forward line. Back on the defensive side, picked up by Rick McKenzie. For Winthrop, that one will deflect off a stick and into the bench.
Winthrop making quick line changes here, keeping them fresh legs, protect this 1-0 lead. Coach Dale Dunbar and his assistant coaches keeping these kids on top of their game, and Winthrop is doing a wonderful job. Dedham is pressing and trying to get the equalizer.
Face off just outside of the blue line for Winthrop. Won by the Marauders. All kinds of tied up sticks. Sam McDougall gets his on it. 6 minutes to go in the Marauder season. Down by 1. Winthrop closer and closer each second. They can taste it. That puck comes careening out to center ice, now picked up by Owen Adams. Marauders just can't connect a pass right now, and Adams will have to retreat and do it again. McDougall sends it cross ice, mishandles. Here comes Tony Bordenaro. He'll send that one in deep and go for a change. Winthrop will change up everybody. Marauders with 5.5 in their own territory. Working their way forward. Far side. All the way down the ice, Donahue will get a stick on it. Bats that one around the boards, picked up by Winthrop. Far side in front of the benches. Puts a wrist shot on, handled by Owen. Noel Adams. That one almost bounced off the outside netting before coming to a rest. Pumfret has this one, 5 minutes to go.
The final 5.
Not brought to you by Ford F-150. Maybe next year. That one will go all the way down. No icing, but both teams changing it up. You got to believe both coaches trying to be so careful here with their line changes and the combos that they need on the ice. Marauders still trying to get out of their own territory. They do. No icing. It's waved off. They're going to let it play. 4.5. Winthrop will wheel that one around and out. Holton over the right side. Sends that one in. It squeaks through the stick and the pad of Donahue. Through the blue paint. 4:15. Marauders in the attacking zone. Center slot with an opportunity, sidestepping that one off the goaltender's shoulder. Donahue made a huge stop.
We have a
Winthrop
penalty.
faithful letting them have it.
We have a penalty.
And the Marauders are going to be short-handed at the most pivotal moment of their season. 4:06.
Dedham had a great scoring bid there. The goalie Donahue made a great save. The puck deflected off to the corner, and as a Dedham player tried for the rebound, he took a defender for Winthrop into the net, and resulting in a penalty.
It's going to be senior forward number 19, Ryan Laughter. 4:06 on the clock. 2 of those minutes he will spend in the bin. And a timeout will be taken by the Marauders.
Smart timeout by the coach. Get fresh legs on the ice. Very difficult time to get a penalty when you're down 1-0, and you're probably planning on perhaps maybe within a minute pulling the goalie for the equalizer, and this makes that a very big task now where you're down a man.
Both goaltenders have been outstanding. The difference in this one, only one.
1-0 game with 4 minutes left. As Ben said, just incredible goaltending. You couldn't expect it to be any better, especially at the high school level. Also, both teams have been checking very well, back checking, forechecking. Been an impressive display, not just offensive skill, but all hockey skill. We all like to see the pretty goal and the beautiful pass, but the real hard work that makes hockey the great sport that it is the tenacity on the back check, people hustling back, trying to protect that lead, true team defense, and that's what we're seeing here right now.
Well, here we go, Ben. Chance for Winthrop to find the dagger potentially here. 1-0 lead here at the state championship. Can the Vikings hold on?
This place starting to go crazy already. The fans riling themselves up. You don't need me to tell you. The Marauders looking for one. The Vikings looking to hold on. They'll have 2 minutes of power play time to work with. Face-off's going to be to the right of Noel Adams. There's the drop. Down to the D-line. He'll send that one forward. He'll one-touch that one for Boncourt. Boncourt has his pocket picked by Dunn. Dunn behind his own net. Tries to get a pass up. Then the cherry pick works. Holton has it. He gets free. The puck squeaks away from him. And they were looking for that Hail Mary stretch pass. They almost got it. 3:40, minute and a half in the penalty. Here's a shot off a Boncourt stick. Unfortunately, it's blocked. Now a chance is Holgerson. He's the lone goal scorer in this one today. Here come the Marauders with an opportunity. It's Dunn. Dunn gets taken down. No penalty. Winthrop did it cleanly. Here comes Holgerson. Holgerson puts one on and a rebound with 1 minute left in the power play. Another shot by Ferreira. That one goes nowhere. Marauders will pick that one up and right back to Ferreira. He'll hold the line and dump it in deep. Giving chase is Boncourt. 50 seconds left in the power play. 3 minutes left in the game. Up by one are the Vikings. Paul Ferreira, left side. Nice shot by Adams and a beautiful opportunity. It's Holgerson. Holgerson with his second on the open net. And Noel Adams gets caught out of position.
Adams makes a great save. His momentum takes him out a little bit further. The puck ricochets right in front of the net. And the rebound is buried by Winthrop for a 2-0 lead.
Holgerson, right spot, right time for the second time today. As he picks up his second goal, and that might seal this one, Ben, with 2:45 to go.
There was nothing he could do about that one. Dead to rights, what a silky pass. Mike Holgerson, one of the captains of this team, leading by example when it matters the most.
Sometimes the puck finds good goal scorers, and it looks like that happened there and also earlier, you know. And he's had a great game. Two clutch goals for Winthrop today.
2.5 minutes in the Marauders season. And you better believe they're going to pull all the stops out of this one.
Great goal on the power play. Nice to have a 2-goal cushion with 2.5 minutes left, but this game is not over by any means. Dedham has the firepower. They'll be pulling their goalie at some point. They get the man back after the goal from the penalty. Looks like another timeout being called, obviously by the team that still has a timeout. So
we're going to stay right here with him. Head coach Dan Pachicho is going to do everything he can. His assistants, Joe Huff, Andy Podolsky, all working overtime here. What a tremendous season to get them to this point, and it's going to take one heck of an effort to overcome this one. A 2-0 deficit. Winthrop with the lead. 2:34 in the third period for the Division IV state final.
Outstanding game to kick off our broadcast today. Ben and Brendan, 2-0 game, 1-0 game till 2.5 minutes left. What a way to start a hockey Sunday, a state championships in the state of Massachusetts.
Looks like Adams might be possibly exiting the game here. He's got his hand on that door. They're going to try and go for the extra skater right out of the timeout.
Can't say it's not a good idea. You're going to need every skater you can get.
Good catch, Brendan, especially where the face-off is down to the right of the Winthrop goalie, Donahue. And they need not one goal, fellas, they need two. So, got to go for broke here.
It's what championship hockey in Massachusetts is all about. The biggest moment of these students' athletic lives right now. Face off to the left of Donahue. And they're going to get the break with it. Holgerson sends that one up. He's on the hunt looking for that trick. Picked up now by Brian Dunn. Just trying to keep it away. Here they are. Sam McDougal gets a shot away. It's blocked. Here they come again. Holgerson sends it. He's got it! A hat trick for the Winthrop Vikings. Mike Holgerson.
And the hats come raining down on the garden ice as a salute to the Winthrop Holgerson third goal of the game in the state championship Division IV matchup.
Unbelievable. 3-0 your score. And Captain Mike Holgerson making his way into history for the Vikings.
A game for the ages for this young man. Clutch goal, his first one to put him on the board, the second one a few minutes ago, and this one into an empty net with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. What a day for him, a day he'll always remember.
Now they don't have the Bruins crew here, so they're gonna pick these hats up the old-fashioned way.
One by one. Getting your good little bend over exercise here.
And they're gonna have to be careful because these fans are throwing their white towels on the white ice. Oh boy.
Great tradition when a player, whether it's the opposition or your home team, scores a hat trick. It's almost obligatory for you to take whatever hat, even if it's your favorite hat, and throw it on the ice.
Now let's not diminish what's going on here. The Marauders still have 2 minutes to work with, and they're just catching their breath as best they can.
They got some time now as they do some cleanup here.
And the cleanup continues, and this is really something to see. Just as the people fill, there's one bin that's completely full. It'll be like your shopping cart at your favorite market being full right to the top and starting to overflow.
Man, they got everything at TD Garden.
And people are still throwing their hats down, not really thinking about, anything but getting that hat down to the ice. And
we are approaching just barely the 1 hour and 57-minute mark of this game. Almost perfectly on time.
We're going to be going right into the next one. Unbelievable. This is going to be Winthrop's first state title since 1976 when Arosioni, I think, might have been a freshman or sophomore maybe at that point, because if he was on the 80 team, he had to be what? 80.
No, he's older than.
Center ice, these teams line back up now that the hats, the fan towels, and heck, I even think I saw some beads out there.
You've seen everything, Ben, that's for sure.
TD Garden making history and no stranger to it. Marauders off the ensuing face-off will take it. 2 minutes to go. Unbelievable play by Mike Holgerson. When kids grow up dreaming about their moment in the sun, and with all their friends and family watching around the world, you could only hope and dream it would turn out like this.
First title since '76 for Winthrop. Just unbelievable season, and they deserve it. They've been knocking on the door for years, this program has, and they finally get through in the best way imaginable.
Picked up by McDougal. Still pouring out the effort here for the Marauders. Pomfret intercepts that pass. And the Winthrop fan base, because we don't do lighters apparently, which is good, but they have their cell phone lights. As the play continues here in attacking territory, Marauders with 1 minute to go get a shot away, and that one blocked. A half-hearted shot, understandably so. 1 minute to go. Bogie back to collect it. Taking his time, sends that one. Picked off by Nolan Upton. Number 10 for the Vikings. Seeing some fresh legs out here. 39 seconds, counting it down. Back and forth over the blue line, the Marauders taking their time with it at center ice. Backhands that one up over the blue line. 25, it's collected by Tim Holton.
And here we go, last 20 seconds.
Holton, near side. Bounced by all three defenders. Githinji. Defensively, he's been out there almost all game, and he has been outstanding. The final 10. It's been a long time coming. But the Division IV state champions, the Winthrop Vikings, take it all at TD Garden.
Just an unbelievable season. Winthrop has been knocking on the door for years. They get to the title game facing the 6th-seeded Dedham Marauders, and Holgerson and Donahue are your heroes today. Holgerson registers a hat trick, Donahue with the shutout, and for the first time in 49 years, they are state champions once again.
Well-deserved victory for the Winthrop Vikings. They took the 1-0 lead in the second period, added to that lead, and did a great job protecting and defending that lead with their goalie and their back checking and their forechecking and their defense. Great team defensive effort on behalf of the Winthrop Vikings. Hats off to the Dedham Marauders. They're off on the other side while they're watching Winthrop celebrate. They had a tremendous season to achieve what they achieved to get here to the Garden. Hats off to them, but this is a very, very difficult loss for them. Very hard to accept, but they had a wonderful season at Dedham High School as well.
That's why the game of hockey is so cherished and honored here in Boston and New England. It's not just a game, it is a way of life. And for these Dedham Marauders, a bittersweet moment as they watch the Winthrop Vikings embrace each other. But it's in these moments, these memories that will last forever. And the Marauders have nothing to be ashamed of. They're a strong program, and now for the greatest moment in all of sports, the handshake line, where these two teams that were just at each other's necks, destroying each other into the boards, return back to earth. Slowly and surely, each one congratulating another. Their whole lives in front of them, gentlemen. Some of them will go on to play college. Some of them will go on to do great things outside of sports. And for some of these players on both teams, it will be the final time that they ever lace up a team sport.
Couldn't agree with you more, Ben. The greatest tradition in all of sports, providing a great example of sportsmanship after battling tooth and nail, literally almost doing anything humanly possible to get an advantage over your opponent. They line up now in the great tradition of hockey and respect and admiration and shake hands and hug, and really is an amazing thing to see.
Gentlemen, we're going to step aside while we get ready for the next game on the docket. Again, congratulations to the Winthrop Vikings as they salute their fans. A 3-0 win in the state final.
A long time coming for Winthrop coach Dale Dunbar and his assistant coaching staff, including Micah Ruzioni.
Great victory. Great victory for Winthrop.
We will carry just the presentation of the trophy, and then we will step aside for a brief intermission. Folks, lots of hockey still on the docket today as these two teams are awarded their medals, their honors, and the Winthrop Vikings.
MIAA Executive Director Rich Pearson giving out some final words before the trophies are handed out.
And the fans on both sides saluting the valiant effort here on a St. Patrick's Day in Boston. Hugs all around on one side, and still hugs on the Marauders side. A few more tears in between, but life memories made. Unbelievable how filled this lower bowl is for both these teams still. course, some filing in for the next game, but a lot of folks made it out here today.
Great tribute to high school hockey, and as you said earlier, Ben and Brendan, what better place could you be on a Sunday morning watching beautiful hockey at the Boston Garden, the one and only majestic arena of Boston.
The Marauders head off the ice.
Vikings.
A wave to their fans as these seniors leave the ice for the final time.
Here we go. Captain's coming out. Donahue, obviously, after pitching a shutout.
And the captains line up for the photo that will be on every mantle in Winthrop for the rest of forever. There's the photo.
What a memory.
Big smile. Hoist it high, Coach. There it is.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us here. Congratulations to the Winthrop Vikings. They are your Division IV 2024-25 state champions. Stay tuned, we have more exciting action coming at you. Girls Division I up next as the Hingham Harbor women and the Bishop Stang Spartans get set for combat next here on 1510 WMEX.
Slide into a cozy corner at the cafe here in Quincy. Picture this. You're digging into a plate of